Hello and welcome to this course. In this lecture, I'm going to give you a brief overview of what we're going to cover. First, I want to thank you so much for enrolling in this course. In this Google Bard Bootcamp, I want to take you through the essentials of prompt engineering with Gemini and Bard so you can get the most out of the latest AI models from Google via the Bard chat interface. So to begin, let's just give you a quick high-level overview of the course curriculum and how we structured it. So the course overall is going to cover an introduction and setup. Then we'll have a Google Bard and Prompt Basics section, along with understanding Google Bard extensions like workspace integrations. Then we'll have a section on working with images, as well as programming and coding with Bard. So at the very start of the course, in the next lecture, we're pretty much going to give you a brief tour of Google Bard so you can understand the different features that are available in the chat environment, such as how to activate Google Bard extensions that we use later on in the course, how to turn on and off your chat history, and just how to understand the interface. Then we'll dive a little deeper into prompt engineering basics and just how to structure your prompts to get the most out of your input for the output in the exact format you want. We'll include advanced topics like how to ask for prompt outputs to be in JSON, or how to tell Google Bard to perform a specific URL internet search so it can maybe summarize a web page for you. Then we'll move on to a discussion on Google Bard extensions. Google Bard extensions allow Google Bard to connect to different services from Google, including things like your Google Workspace. So we'll show you how to tell Google Bard to search for a file within Google Drive and then analyze it, or search your email and give you a summary of particular emails, how to connect with things like a particular Google Doc that lives inside of your Drive. We'll also discover travel extensions of Google Bard, like having Google Bard tell you about flights, or suggest hotels, or even give you directions via Google Maps. Then we'll talk about working with images, so you can actually upload images to Bard, and we're going to explore both the limitations and the capabilities of Bard's ability to work with those images that you can upload via the chat interface. At the time of this filming, there are limitations, such as images that have to do with people or a person in an image. Bard is not really going to let you do too much with that, but I think you'll be surprised at what it can do with the images that you do provide that don't have people in them. Then we'll conclude the course with a structured discussion on programming and coding with Bard. We're going to show you how to fully leverage Bard's coding capabilities, including some capabilities that Google itself hasn't actually fully announced. That includes things like implicit code execution and explicitly requesting Bard to execute code on our behalf. We'll also just have a general discussion on best practices, like asking Bard to maybe help you revamp or fix code, like debugging or expanding documentation strings, etc. So don't forget to read the very first lecture in the course. When you enroll in the course, lecture number 1 is an article lecture, but because I am limited by Udemy, by keeping this course free, I'm limited by how much content video lengthwise I can put in. I'm limited to only a maximum of 2 hours, but there's so much to cover that I really wanted to give you access to it. So you can download a full PDF guide on everything we cover here and a lot more, and I linked to it in the very first lecture of the course. So don't skip the very first lecture. Lots of important stuff there, including the links to these slides. All right, with that being said, let's get started. I'll see you at the next lecture.